Hey guys, so I want to do a quick little comparison of the ZT Axon 7 with some of its competitors here in the Android space. So we're going to compare with the 3T, we're going to compare with Moto Z Play, and also the P9 from Huawei, because they're all very beautiful phones and about the same kind of price now. Maybe the P9 is the most expensive, but we're just going to see how they compare in terms of the performance. So let's just start them up here and let's go. So who will start first? So Huawei started first here, which is nice. And then I think OnePlus 3T, and then Axon 7. And then the Z Play, which is a little bit slower, unfortunately, but nevertheless, very impressive stuff from Huawei there. So we're just going to have a look then at the performance of these boys. Let's just start with a speed test by Ookla. We're just going to see how they do compare. What can the Axon do? And we are definitely on the right Wi-Fi. So I think this is very similar to last time I did the speed test. Very poor on the Axon. I'm just going to give it another go here because usually you would expect a little bit better there, but maybe not. Maybe I'm just getting throttled or something. It is a very popular time at the moment, so the good news is if it's being throttled on that one, usually it will be throttled on the others as well. Maybe not. So you can see 3T very strong here, given the situation. And the Z Play, step up and perform. Z Play seems to have the worst signal here. You can see only half strength, and that is reflected in terrible performance. And we're going to be fair here and give it another go to redeem itself, because that was a pretty terrible performance. No, you just can't manage it, you just can't manage it tonight. It's just had enough. It's packed up shot. Get out of here. That is a terrible score, but good for the upload. Very good, made up for it there at the end. What can Huawei do? Huawei. Go on, beat the OnePlus. No, can't just beat the OnePlus, but still very solid performance here. Kirin 955, I think. Yeah, 955. So not the worst performance at all. Second best for the upload as well. but the champion is the 3T. If you're looking for your Wi-Fi performance, it seems. We're just going to do a quick little Geekbench as well, and then round the video off quite nicely. So we can see how they compare here. Let's get it on all of them. So you can see the specs here. Go, 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 go. So we are coming to the finish line here, and it looks like 3T is going to beat the P9 when it comes to the Geekbench. The Axon is not too far behind, and the Z Play is certainly lagging behind here, nearly half as slow. So we do have quite decent scores here for the Axon 7. I've got to say, I mean, it's only like about 70 behind on the multi-core, and like about 200, well, nearly 150 behind on the single core. So not the massive difference I was expecting, actually, even though obviously OnePlus 3T is running a slightly better processor here, which is, it always says this is the OnePlus 3, but I can assure you this is the OnePlus 3T. For some reason, I don't know why it says that. Let me just go into the settings and show you. There you can see. So there's a discrepancy there on Geekbench. They might want to update that because it's very confusing. And the what did we do then? So P9, look at the P9, just blowing everyone out of the water when it comes to the multi-core. That is fantastic. I don't know why it's so good. I think we've got the performance mode, so that could be improving things. So, but the single core does lag behind a little bit, but is better still than the Axon 7, which is very interesting. Kirin 955. You can see how good Kirin is actually becoming now when it comes to the processors. It's even better than, you know, Snapdragon, one of the latest Snapdragon processors. Obviously, the much latest processor is better single core, but you can see the multi-core is still behind Huawei here, and I don't think the Moto Z Play is going to actually finish very quickly, so I'm just going to speed up the video a little bit. And finally, we do have the Moto Z Play. Strange choice of putting a mid-range processor in the device given the price. It is obviously cutting into the same price as the Axon 7, but you can see, you know, it does get a fairly decent multi-core score, but I think they could have done better really to make it as competitive as the other devices. But nevertheless, you know, I've been quite impressed with the P9, how it's held up against the latest phones here from OnePlus and ZTE. You know, which one would I recommend in terms of, you know, if you're looking for a $400-500 like phone here? It depends, I think, what you're looking for. If you're looking for a smaller phone, the P9 is an excellent choice. Obviously these ones are a little bit bigger, 5.5 inches. But then again, I do think that these have a little bit more to offer you, like in terms of the display, in terms of the speaker, especially with the Axon 7. But this one has 6 gigs of RAM obviously, and the latest processor, amazing battery life. The Moto Z Play has its Moto mods obviously and a fantastic battery life, but if you're looking for gaming performance, you know, you're not going to probably get quite as good as the other ones. But all of them are excellent phones nevertheless, and you know, show how much value you can get for your money nowadays. So yeah, just a quick comparison here. Hope you found it helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.